Good morning, dear students. Welcome back. Myself Kajal Wajirani from Sri Vasishta Vidyalaya. Today we are going to learn about the next chapter of your science, that is sorting materials into groups. Now, before starting, let us first see what is the major difference between materials and objects. Now, materials are something which can make up an object, whereas objects, they cannot make up the materials. Now, when you are studying, you might be seeing that around you there are different objects, or in your home there are different objects like the cupboard, the computer, or the mobile phone on which you are studying right now, the book, the pencil. These all things which you can see or feel or touch, these all are the objects. Now, these all things are made up of different substances which are termed as materials. So, materials are something, the particular substances which are used to make up an object. Now, the different examples of materials are wood, glass, plastic, metals, etc. Now, you might also notice that an object can be also made up of more than one material. It is not necessary that always an object is made up of only one material. Like we take an example of your pencil. Your pencil, when you see your pencil, it is having sometimes the body of plastic or sometimes the body of wood. And inside the pencil, the lead, it is made up of graphite. So an object can be made up of either one material or more than one material. Now moving further, why the sorting is important. That means why differentiating the materials is very important. So sorting means the classifying the materials based on their properties. We are going to differentiate, the classify the materials based on their properties. Now when we are differentiating the materials based on their properties, it helps us to channelize, or it helps us to group them all in a series. It will also help us in differentiating the materials from one another. Now, for an example, I am giving you a task to make a bell, and I am giving you three options, three materials I am giving you. First one is the paper, second is the cloth, and third is the metal. Which one would you choose? Obviously, the person would choose the metal to make a bell. Now, why is the person choosing the metal to make a bell? Because we are making the bell as it produces sound. Now, when we want to produce sound from the bell, it is very necessary that the material which we are using, it should produce sound on hitting. So when we classify, or when I am seeing the materials which I am giving you as an option to make the bell, let us see. The first one I gave you was the paper. The paper on hitting does not produces any sound, so it is useless to use the paper to make a bell. Second was the cloth I gave you as an example, or gave you as an option to make a bell. Now when you are making the bell with the cloth, it will also not produce any sound on hitting. So for sure, the person will choose, or you will choose metal for making the bell, as you want to produce sound. And metals are the objects, they produce sound on hitting. And this property of producing sound on hitting of metals is termed as sonority. Now over here in this chapter, we are going to learn different properties of materials. Likewise, appearance, hardness, solubility, flotation, and transparency. We will study all these terminologies one by one, and based on all these properties of materials, we are going to categorize them. So let us start with the first one, that is the appearance. Now, appearance, first of all, what do you mean by appearance? The external feature of any object. That means if you are having the different objects around it, their external features, their color, their shape, their size, this all will be termed as their appearance. For an example, over here I have taken two pictures. First one is of wooden block and second one is of gold bar. Now when you see both these pictures, you can distinguish both of them very easily, because the gold bar, on seeing itself, it is very shiny, whereas the wooden plank, it is very rough. So the difference we are making over here in the object based on their appearance. So objects or materials can be differentiated based on their appearance. Now this property of possessing shine is termed as luster. So metals are lustrous in appearance in their pure state. Now that is why, because of the shiny property of the metals, they are used to make ornaments like gold, silver. Now the different examples of metals are given over here. We have taken gold, silver, aluminium, copper, zinc, iron, etc. So the first property based on which we differentiated the materials is the appearance, that is their external features. Moving on next, the next property based on which we are going to differentiate the objects or the materials is their hardness. Now when you try to compress, suppose you are having a pillow or a teddy bear with you. When you will try to compress the teddy bear or the pillow, its size will shrink very easily. Now when it shrinks in size, that means it is soft in nature. And on the other hand, when you are trying to compress your pencil or your pen, it will not shrink very easily. It will break down or it will break off. Now when they are not able to be compressed very easily, they are termed as the hard materials. So materials are two types, hard and soft. Now based on the surface of the materials, we are classifying them into two groups further, that is smooth surface and the rough surface. Over here we have taken two pictures. The one is of mirror and second is of rock. Now the mirror, when you will touch the surface of the mirror, your hand slides off the mirror very easily. Whereas when you will try to slide off your hand from a rocky surface or from a rock, it will not slide off easily. So based on the surface of the materials, they are also classified as smooth and rough. Now, the smooth and rough surface of the materials also creates a difference in the materials. It also differentiates many properties. Like when we pass a light on the smooth surface, when the light is thrown on a smooth surface, the light reflects back very easily. Whereas the same light when thrown on a rough surface, the light does not reflect back easily and it changes its direction of reflection. Now today we have completed with this much part of our chapter, that is we studied about appearance, hardness and surface. In the next part of our chapter or in the next video, we will learn about the further properties. Thank you.